Are you ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Millman.
The subway is my favorite part of New York City. Dirty clothes next to clean pressed suits, Goodwill next to Gucci. New York City is considered a melting pot, but like Miss Cisco said in New York last year, it's more like a salad bowl. Everything is put next to each other. The tomatoes next to the lettuce, which is next to the cheese, but it never truly mixes. A melting pot would have become a monolith with no distinguishing differences, with each cultural identity lost. Instead, New York City is a beautiful orchestra of culture. It becomes the sum of its parts, better as a whole than individually. My family is exactly like this. Nowhere is this more clear than Thanksgiving. The table has its traditional foods, turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes, but ours adds some diversity. Macaroni and cheese, maduros, and matzo ball soup. The food is reflective of the people. The maduros are there because of my abuela, who after fleeing the reign of Fidel Castro in Cuba, became the first woman to graduate from the engineering school at the University of Miami. The macaroni and cheese is from my cousin's biracial side of the family, and the matzo ball soup comes from my father and mother, who are 100% and 50% Ashkenazi Jew. Such a diverse background has often made me see the world through a different lens, even though as a straight white male receiving a private education, I've had many social advantages that others, even in my own family and friends, do not have. Because of my exposure to varied cultures, I always felt comfortable asking others questions about their identities, behaviors, and experiences, questions that would allow me to try to appreciate different perspectives. Such a pursuit is not typical of everyone. A lack of exposure to diversity can lead to negative preconceived notions about those who are different, forcing them to avoid these conversations entirely. My girlfriend's stepfather once asked me, if you could change one thing in the world, what would you change? My response, end racism. I know I may as well have said world peace, but it's true. However, I'm only one person. How can I fix something that has been ingrained in the minds for thousands of years? In the Talmud, a Jewish religious text, it says, to be Jewish is to ask questions. It may be that therein lies the answer. How else are we to value the complexity of others' experience without asking questions, both of them and of ourselves? People aren't born racist. Racism is taught. My passions lie in the pursuit of a world where hate doesn't drive discussions. Instead, if I start by asking questions and removing judgments, if we can create subways everywhere, then that's somewhere to start. Later, instead of just asking questions, we may be able to answer some.